We've all used social media, maybe some more than others, but don't lie, you have used it. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook for your granddad, YouTube and TikTok. You're maybe just scrolling through your favorite creators' posts, looking up some news of tutorials or stalking someone from your past. You do this daily. Usually when you're looking at a post, you go to the comments, to see other people's reactions. Here's why you shouldn't do this. Before we continue, make sure to like and sub. Sorry for the lack of uploads, I've been busy with an online schedule, but that's almost done now. The three main reasons are that people often use terms that are exaggerated, people can't be happy for others, and one more crucial reason that I'll reveal at the end. Let's go. People often use terms that are exaggerated. Here are some comments that I found under memes and under posts. What you'll notice is that people like to use words like I cried or the most painful, etc. These are hyperboles or exaggerated statements. The person who wrote that probably didn't cry after watching that and they went like, oh, cute, posts, moved on. Because of these hyperboles you see sprinkled on their posts, this becomes a normal way of speaking for you. A good example is when you had those iconic vines and suddenly everyone is saying them at school or somewhere else like, Sue! That also happened with these hyperboles. People will use these for everyday normal situations. You'll get people calling themselves depressed when they get a bad grade, when really they're just sad. You shouldn't use the words depressed lightly. It means you have a disorder and you just can't get happy. This of course is very serious, not some word you should use daily when you get a minor setback. Comments normalize such words and as a result they lose their actual meaning. This happens with a lot of the hyperbole words and over time we'll use a lot of these words in our daily lives that are unfitting for the situation we're in. Kids will hear us use these words and copy us and therefore don't know the actual meaning of what they're saying, and this will only lead to disasters so forth. Number 2. People can't be happy for others. Sometimes you're scrolling through Instagram or Twitter and you come across a wholesome post. Someone shows you their dog, or someone has survived the disease, or someone reunited with a loved one after being apart for a lot of years, for example. You won't see a lot of hate comments for these posts because if you do, you'll get flamed by the other people in the comments. I call these the unhateable group. However, you also have people that post about how they found their loved one, or how they're so happy today, or they got a new job. Now these will get their fair share of hate. I've seen countless of comments of people just saying that they're bragging, or that they should spread more awareness for people who are less fortunate, or complaining about their own bad situations. These people just can't be happy for others, and because they have so much inner conflict, seeing someone else on the internet succeed give them a jealous feeling, and that's why they hate on them. When you're viewing these comments, at first you probably won't really have an opinion on these comments, but if you see these types of comments regularly, you'll begin to think this is normal, and these comments can influence you into thinking like this. Like for example, oh, they don't deserve that, or I don't want to see that. And if this continues, you'll slowly but surely become an envious person who has the mindset of they're so lucky they have that because they don't deserve it, instead of wow, they have that. It's amazing. How can I get that? And last but not least, the worst reason of them all, people promote the worst choices imaginable. This encapsulates pretty much all weird indirect forms of hate, like people who want to have a laugh mocking the content they're viewing, to straight up telling people to delete themselves, in a subliminal way of course. This will never stop because on the internet you can make anonymous profiles and say the most disgusting foul shit ever while still complying with the rules and regulations of course. What I mean is they'll use metaphors or little wordplay to get their sinister comment across, and the algorithm won't detect it as harmful because it's in the form of a joke/meme. The algorithm won't pick up on it, but you sure will. You probably know exactly what this person was talking about and given a reaction like, ooh, no, or the most common places to find these comments are under posts of people that are different. I'll probably make a whole video about that, but here are some examples. While I don't necessarily agree with the choices these people make, it doesn't give the other people the right to bully them. But let's be honest, this will never stop. So, with that in mind, it's probably better for you to stop looking at comments as often as you do. I'm not saying ignore them completely, but don't go looking under every post, and please don't get influenced by what they say if it's something you know in the back of your head is wrong. That's the end of this video. If you liked it, a blue is appreciated. If you didn't, leave me a comment and let's talk.